Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you how to reinforce your rear end on your E90 BMW. Let's get this unboxed. You have your mounting hardware. Okay, so there's a look at the brace itself. It's made by Burger Motorsports or BMS. This is one of the newer offerings that I found. I went for this because it's one piece stamped steel. There's no welds that could potentially fail on you. This is the smaller bracket for the small differential. They also make the larger bracket, and I'll put a link in the description for both options. So if you have an early automatic car, you're likely to have the larger differential, or later generation automatic cars came with a smaller differential, and all manual cars came with a larger differential. So I actually still have the small one because I converted from automatic to manual, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted this piece, so that I could help shore up the rear end a little bit so I don't break an axle or blow it up due to wheel hop until I upgrade to a larger case differential. So that's a look at the hardware itself. I'm gonna get the car jacked up now and we'll start the install. Should be relatively easy. Let's go into the car now. To start with, you're gonna wanna remove these two bolts here at the bottom of your differential. The reason you want to reinforce this is you want to keep it in its original geometry. If the car is wheel hopping or this thing's moving left and right under load, you can wear out your bearings, your pinion bearings, etc. You can break an axle because of the deflection. You can blow up the actual differential itself, the spider gears, from too much vibration because this thing's not stabilized. Or you could cause your differential mounts to back out and just cause a bunch of problems because this thing's not really designed for the type of power that most of you guys are probably putting out on your 335s, etc. That's why they made this kit. So the first thing you want to do is bring this over to your differential, line up these holes, and see if you get lucky where your factory holes will line up as well. As you can see, there's a couple holes here that are from the factory, and they only came on 08s and newer as far as I know. Few 2007s have these holes. Some of them are not mounted in the right spot for you, so you may have to drill using a 1/2-inch drill bit. 2006 and 2007, they're pretty much non-existent, so you'll have to drill. But you may find these present, but then the bolt holes won't line up. These holes are slotted to help you have the best chance, but you still may need to drill. Just keep that in mind. So we'll see how I make out. So you'll find that there's the bolt, a washer, and then a nylon locking nut that goes from the top. So let me start by inserting this. I'm bringing this nylon nut from above here. Could be a little tricky to get in place. Let me start over here actually. I guess I'm getting lucky on this one. My holes are in the right spot, so I'm pleased to find that. Made my install pretty easy, but keep in mind that if you're gonna buy this, make sure you buy the small mount for the small case or buy the large mount for the large case, and be prepared to drill, have a 1/2-inch drill bit ready, because even if these line up, they may be, even though they're slotted, you may not be dealing with left and right issues, you may be dealing with forward and back issues. That could also be because your mounts are shot and the differential's not sitting in its correct orientation. So you may want to just do your diff bushings as well. I already did them and I made a video, so keep that in mind. You may just want to do those first, or do this at the same time as the bushings, and things are likely to line up if you have the holes, if you had to ask me. But a really easy install. I'm tightening these up to 40 foot-pounds. That's about as far as you could ever go with them. Felt like I was getting some stretch out of those bolts while I was going beyond that, so I would say tighten them to no more than 30 foot-pounds to be safe. But I wanted to go on the tighter side just to help with the reinforcement. I didn't find an official torque spec on these, but I'm doing about 80 foot-pounds just by feel. So I have a swivel head 3/8 ratchet with a universal joint going to a 19 shallow. You shouldn't expect for this to really change the way the car feels or drives, or expect any more noise or vibration. It really only would play a part when you're doing a hard launch or leaving from a stop really aggressively and it starts to spin. Otherwise, it should be imperceivable. So it's a nice peace of mind item you can install in your car in about half an hour. Alright guys, that'll conclude this video showing you how to install a diff brace on your E90 BMW. If this is the first video you're catching on mine, please consider subscribing. I do upload regularly. Thanks for watching.